Are you looking for peace of mind at your doorstep? Look no further. With the Blink Video Doorbell, your home's entrance is always within your control. Check out the link in the video description to learn more and get your Blink Video Doorbell on Amazon. Your home is in your hands.
Fatima Payman is a Labour senator no more. After being all but dared by the Prime Minister to quit the party, she finally did so this afternoon. It is hard to understand what precisely led Anthony Albanese down the path of boxing her into a corner such that she had little choice but to quit the ALP. How did he get it into his head that the 29-year-old Labour senator was always conspiring to stab her party in the back and cross the floor? Because that is what he accused her of doing in recent days, something the senator outright rejected in her media conference. It is quite the accusation to level at somebody, claiming she was always hell-bent on making a stand, just to embarrass the government so that she could walk away from it a martyr and do what exactly? Be all alone on the crossbench for another 4 years in the Senate. It is hard to imagine that was her goal all along. I don't think we can blame her for the crisis in Gaza. Nor can we suggest she neatly timed her run for politics to take advantage of them as an issue she could use to distract from Labour's communications strategy, selling July 1st tax cuts. Albo was most aggrieved about that. The distraction her convictions have been to his strategy to promote the government's cost of living relief. Payman's husband works for a Labour minister in WA. She is on the record having been ambitious for a political career for some time before securing third spot on Labour's Senate ticket in WA. Albo's grand conspiracy just makes no sense. The Greens already have 2 spots in WA. There isn't room for Payman to join then unless a current senator retires. She's also unlikely to be the most popular candidate in a conservative state like WA running for re-election under a banner of pro-Palestinian activism. Yet the PM handled this whole saga so very badly, such that the outcome is what we are all now bearing witness to. As part of boxing her into a corner, he used the media to demand that if she quit Labour she should also leave the Senate so her position could be filled by someone else within the party. As if that was going to happen. But publicly calling for it added to the irreconcilable differences between Payman and her PM. An overreaction to follow Albo's initial attempt to water down the significance of Payman breaking party rules and crossing the floor. While Albo was hard and fast in his condemnation of Payman, other Labour MPs and senators used the media to spruik that all she had to do was park her convictions at the door and play the team game. In other words, don't cross the floor in support of causes you believe in. Wear your diversity on your sleeve as symbolism, by all means, just don't live by it nor stand by it when it counts. What a joke and an embarrassment to the modern Labour Party. Party expulsion for crossing the floor on an issue of conscience is an antiquated rule. It was out of date decades ago, much less now. Younger, free-thinking voters who regard old-fashioned tribalism as mind-numbingly stupid can't be impressed by what they have witnessed here. The PM boxed Payman into a corner and now all her votes are up for grabs. Not just how she votes on the issue of Palestine, which, by the way, is meaningless in a policy sense. It is only meaningful for her and anyone else making an activist stand on the issue. Rather than simply tolerating a difference of opinion on a matter of deep personal significance to Payman, Albo demanded she throw her convictions in the bin and do precisely as he demands. Bully boy tactics, Payman called out. I may not agree with her on the issue, but I admire her willingness to stand up to the treatment she has endured. The role model Labour suggested Payman should follow was Penny Wong, who for years stayed silent in public about the ALP's opposition to same-sex marriage. And look at what happened in the end, they pointed out, success. SSM became law. Follow Penny's lead, they said, it worked for her. Hang on a minute. Penny Wong parked her convictions about SSM for years when Labour MPs behind closed doors supported it, but didn't have the courage to try and legislate the change. Wong sat silent even though she was openly gay and in a long-term relationship to someone she loved and wanted to marry. Letting down the gay community in the process. That is to be admired. Why? Because she won personal advancement in the party for not Stan.